Alright students, fine. Girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, a very power-packed good evening to one and all once again. This is me Shabnam from the Code Ark and we are here at day 3 of the full stack web development course. Right? I hope you all are fine, doing well, studying, working respectively back at your places. Alright, would be glad if somebody could acknowledge in the chat section I am audible and visible clearly to you or not. Fine, shall keep waiting for your response in the chat box. Let me go ahead. Okay, very good. Okay, thank you Wasim. Good evening. Fine, and others as well. Alright, guys, a very quick recap of what we have learned yesterday, since this is how we start every day. Okay, for any of our friends who are attending our class for the first time today, fine, welcome to the Code Ark. The aim at Code Ark is to train people and introduce the world of today and tomorrow with extreme coding and AI, that's artificial intelligence. Alright, okay, thank you everyone for humble responses. Thank you. Alright, a very quick recap. हमने कल क्या सीखा था? That was day 2 of the boot camp. We introduced ourselves to a few more tags. Some of them were text formatting tag, like bold tag or italic tag or underline tag, strong emphasize, del to delete or maybe put a strike, subscript to make a text look a little lower as compared to regular order, and superscript to lift text up as compared to regular order. Correct? I hope you got my point. If any one of you who have missed our session of yesterday, please, you can watch the recording available on our channel in the playlist of the full stack web development. Alright, at the end of the class somewhere we were also discussing about the image tag, how to include an image on the web page or in the body section of the page. IMG is a tag to include image in the page, as well as SRC is one of its attribute. You can also set width and height, lambai or chaudai of the image. You might have seen how Amazon puts up image properly, with a particular fixed width and height so that it can fix up in a cart layout. I hope you got my point. Okay, as and when we go ahead, हम जैसे जैसे आगे बढ़ते जाएंगे, you will realize we also have to work on images to fit as per the screen size. Alright, that we will learn during CSS and Bootstrap people, that how the same image will look on a mobile screen, how to make the image fit on any tablet or any laptop or desktop screen or maybe 32-inch television set, etc. wherever you launch a software or website. Alright, let me go through the chat section once in case if there is any. Okay. Mayank, mean stack won't be covered up in this course, but we definitely have a series of courses coming in which we will make sure that we cover a mean stack. Is it okay? Because mean stack is totally out of what we have aimed to cover up in the Code Ark. This one, full stack web development. Alright, as of now, our intention is to even design a course from those people point of view who are very new to टेक्नोलॉजीज और वी आर वेरी न्यू टू कोडिंग, राइट. मीन स्टैक के लिए हमें वैसे फिर लोग को टारगेट करना पड़ेगा. ऑलराइट, सो दिस कोर्स विल नॉट कवर अ मीन स्टैक, बट द अपकमिंग कोर्सेज विद एंगुलर रिएक्ट we will make sure that we include in the syllabus. Is it okay? Fine. Today explain the anchor tag. Yes, Navin, we are going to start with anchor only. Take it. So here we go, please. Alright, this is what is the agenda of the class today. We are going to start with image tag. I think image we have already done yesterday, so we won't talk more about image. Instead, let's start with an anchor tag, followed by list tag, and then followed by table tag, as much as we can cover. Alright, fine. Also would like to inform you, few tags from yesterday's list of agenda is still left to be done. like division tag and the span tag. I have it right in my mind. Whenever the time permit in between, we will cover them also. Also, somebody asked me yesterday to show the installation of XAMPP server. That too we will do it as an architecture. Alright, as in when the time permit in between. All of us, ये सब खत्म होगा तो ही हम CS start करेंगे. Fine. Alright, so here we go. Please. This is one of my blank notepad file. I create a very simple web page. HTML. This is the last day we are working in Notepad. From tomorrow onward, we shall move to Visual Studio Code. Alright. So it opens. Right? All our friends who are new today, a web page is divided into two parts by HTML. HTML is a language to code a web page and website. It's a designing tool. It's a markup tool. It creates a web page on the web server to be hosted on the web server. Alright. Fine. But HTML divides the web page into two parts. First called as a head part and then called as a body part. Alright. So these are the two parts. If you do not want to code head part, you can omit it. It's not compulsory always to have these part. For example, I don't want any specific information or setting to be done for the page, so I will omit head part. But it's a good idea always to code the one. Fine. Head section of the page contains the setup, which is never displayed as a content of the page, like title. So let me write the title as Welcome to Full Stack Day 3 title closes. This kind of tag are called as container tags. You remembered yesterday I told you there are two types of tag. One called as a container tag, another called as a standalone tag. All of us, one called as a container tag, other called as a standalone tag. Container tags are those, please, container tags are those who contain text between opening and closing. I hope you got my point. You see, like title. Title opens, title closes, and it encloses some content in between. So this is a container tag. Is it right? Fine. We have another tag called as a break tag. Like in a paragraph I write, or let me say heading 1 I write, my new website. Heading closes. H1 will display text in the largest size heading. Okay, one moment please. Let me go through the chat section in case if there is anything. Take it. Fine. Alright, but then I want to give few lines of break. So I say BR. This will give just one line break, means it will go to a new line. And I write again BR. You see BR opens, but BR doesn't need closing. Because BR means to leave a line. So there is it doesn't make sense to write in between opening and closing of the tag. 2BR means 2 line gap will be given. Is that okay? Fine. Ma'am, can we see the code written in Notepad after we close it? Yes, Akila, we can definitely see the code written in a Notepad after we close it. Remind me one more time at the end of the class today so that I will show you practically how to do it. Okay, good question in fact by Akila, so that I can explain this part to everyone who is very new to this concept. आज लिखा हुआ HTML program कल कैसे open करेंगे भाई? That is what she is asking. He or she, whatever. Guys, first method we all are aware, correct? That is simply double click the file from the folder. Another way is you just have to type here file : 3/. Okay, 3/. 3/ means refer to local machine. आप अक्सर देखोगे इंटरनेट में HTTP के बाद 2/ होता है. What does that mean? That means access from internet. Okay, you write 3/ means that access this file not from internet but from the local computer. मेरे ही IP से ये फाइल ओपन करना. तो प्रोटोकॉल यहाँ पे फाइल आएगा. HTTP इंटरनेट का फाइल एक्सेस करने के लिए होता है. Followed by a path. Now my program is in D drive and by the name day3.html. And of course, if you don't want to take all this effort, you don't want to take this pain of typing the URL or the path, file path, then the first method is always open to you. Simply open your D drive or E drive or desktop double click the saved file, it will be launched in the browser. I hope you got it. Is it okay? I say enter. Fine. So this is a title and this is my output of heading tag. Is it okay? Fine. And suppose if I write another heading with size 2, say coding and building, or let me say developing, creating website is my passion. H2 closes. Save this. I hit Ctrl R from the keyboard. That means refresh. Okay. So this is after 2-line break. Alright. So if I give again break, you write here or you write here, it's one and the same. What I'm explaining you is break is a standalone tag. ब्रेक ओपन करके क्लोज करने की जरूरत नहीं होती है ऐसे. Right? Opening and closing of the tag, if do not need anything to be written in between, that means it is not a container tag. Out. Save, refresh. Like BR, we also have a tag called as HR. It gives a horizontal rule, people. Horizontal ruler. Check it out how. You saw? That's called as a ruler. If you want to put some horizontal ruler, the day we start CSS, I will show you how to style this ruler. Like what if you want this ruler to be red in color? What if you want this ruler line to be pink in color? So that we will see during our CSS days. Is it okay? Fine. Okay, anyways, I come out of this. I keep this data saved. And now I create another notepad file. Or another HTML file. Guys, our work actually starts now. Pay attention. This is a new program. HTML. Okay. For some reason I skipped the head part. Now we all know what is head part, what to code in the head part. I directly come to the body of the page. As I told you, if you don't want any particular thing, you can skip the part. But it is advisable that you always set some title to the page. Okay. Inside the body, in a good font color of say red, and font size, let me take 20, which is a very big size. In fact, bigger than the size of H1 also. Please feel free to ask any doubt in the chat section. I'm constantly looking in the chat section only. Fine. In between opening and closing of the font tag, take it. I write something like this, welcome. Is it okay? So we have two files now. One is another.html and day3.html. If you want to see output of another.html, so what I have to do, I have to open another instance of the browser. Either double click on that file or type the file path. That is file. I'm sorry. From D drive, we want another.html, correct? Okay, so this is how it looks. But what is my demand, I don't want to type this path and open. Okay, this file should be opened by clicking on some link on the first page. Okay, I repeat one more time. Another.html, this web page should be opened by clicking on some link on the first page. Assume first page is my home page. Okay, so linking the two pages on the website, that is achieved using anchor tag. Let's see how to do that. So I go to day3.html. We use another tag called as anchor. href means hyper reference. The way image at source, correct? Okay, hyperreference, that is equal to something. I leave blank for a time being and I type here say visit as a text and I close anchor. Ignore, it's my habit to give the spaces so that reader tag. And most importantly, what makes it a feeling of anchor tag, you see my mouse pointer. When I keep on the word creating, it is still a pointer. Website, it is still a pointer. Passion, it is still a pointer. Here it is still a pointer. But if I keep my mouse pointer on visit, it changes to thumbnail. This is called as a thumbnail, right? That means you click here and it will take you to some other page. Fine, so I click and unfortunately I am not taken to any other page because we haven't written any hyper reference. That means link. Alright, which page you want to link visit to? That is what anchor answers. Hi, please try to understand. Which page you want to link visit to? That will be answered by anchor's attribute href. So that is another.html. Alright, now it's your choice. You can write the full path like this because it's in my D drive, or you do not write the path. Right? You cannot write the path, it is allowed, but provided both the file exist in the same folder. Okay, आप इधर confuse हो जाएंगे घर पे practice करते करते. Right? If the link file and the main file. See, we are dealing with two programs here, date3.html and another.html. If both the programs are saved in the same folder, so even if you do not write the complete path in href, that's okay. Right? But suppose another.html is on desktop and day3.html is in D or E or C. Now since the paths are different, you have to give the complete reference or the complete path of your linked file. I hope you got my point. Alright, very soon I will talk about two types of path, absolute path and the relative path in coding. You keep these two words remembered. The day we come up to them, you will understand it more clear. By the way, please acknowledge in the chat section, is it clear? When I come here, I refresh this. Refresh it. Let me close that. Refresh. Now I click to visit and you see I have been taken to another page. Once again come back, visit. Okay, now you guys help me, come on. I don't want to click this browser button arrow mark back. I want to provide a link here called as back, which will take me to day 3 page. Is my question clear? My friends who are attending, ऐसा यहाँ पे क्लिक करने से बैक पे नहीं जाना है, वो तो क्रोम या एज का फैसिलिटी है. I want to provide a link back which will take me to day 3. So what will I do? Come on, we go to another.html. Here we code for anchor again, href something, and I write back anchor ends. On clicking back, you want to link to which page? That is day3.html. So let's save, let's check. Okay, back is here. Guys, back is here. See, I actually want back on the next line. So what do? Give a break here. Is it okay? People, a tag who, see, this is my very important point now. Everybody try to understand. By default, if any tag doesn't give output on a new line, that means it is an inline tag. Okay, this is yet another two types of tag, block tags and inline tags. Alright, you see anchor का output new line पर नहीं आया by default. It continued where the previous output ended, right? Or where the previous text or line ended. So that means since it doesn't start output from the new line, anchor that means it's an inline tag. Image भी कल ऐसा ही था, आपको याद होगा तो कल का image वाला tag भी ऐसा ही था, right? Image is also displayed where the last output का counter stopped, correct, or the control stopped. I hope you got my point, right? So what we have to do to get this back link as a link on a new line, we have to write br tag explicitly. Only then the output comes on a new line. Is it okay? Oh, let me get rid of this. Out. Is it okay? But as against this, if you check paragraph tag, see paragraph. Hi, this is a new para. Okay, I save this and I run this. You check, I never had to give break to start a paragraph. That means paragraph is not an inline tag. It's called as a block level tag. Is it okay? So every tag who automatically starts from the new line, that's called as a block level tag. Otherwise, it's an inline tag. Please acknowledge in the chat section, is this definition clear or not? Alright, fine. Okay, so let me see it works. I refresh. I click to back. And I'm taken again to day 3. Is it? I hope I'm audible, right? Guys, I hope I'm audible. Okay, what about now? What about now, guys? What about now? Am I back? What about now? Fine. So in case if again there's a network issue, quick inform us in the chat section. We'll see what we can do the best. Okay, anyways, if you have lost due to network issue what I was discussing, I told you that every time I click on the link, it should not be opened in the same window. It should be open under a different tab or different window. Okay, Naveen, fine. Next time it buffers, again remind me please. So what do we do for that? Check. I come to Anchor. I come to Anchor, people, and I use another attribute called as target. I hope you understand it, right? I use another attribute called as target. Ignore that. Underscore blank. Alright, what is the meaning of underscore blank? That means open this link in a blank page. Alright, open this link in a blank tab or a new tab. Let's check what is the difference now. So now when I refresh the page once, so now when I click on visit, oh, so output is on a new page. Alright, I don't have to click back, instead I just can change the. Okay, what about now, guys? I just switched the internet, please. What about now? Students, how about now? Is it okay? Okay, if someone could answer, please. How about now? Is it okay? Yes, alright then, alright, fine. Anyways, coming back to the point. Okay, so my last point was, what if I want to give a link on the same page? Okay, for example, if I have a free example here. Okay, let me code and show you. Forget about this one. Let us code and show you. Okay, so this is our page. That is day 3. Alright. After giving some lines of break. I have an ample of breaks here. Okay, so let me copy this. Okay, I have ample of breaks. I'm just doing Control C, Control V. I have ample of break. So after so many line, okay, ample of break. After these many break, I have something written in a heading tag called as end of the page. Okay, so heading closes. Fine. Check the output earlier once. Yes, Navin, I'm explaining the same. I repeat the part which we lost due to network issue. I just change the page how it looks. Check it out. I refresh it. You see, because we have given BR so many times, it has created these many blank lines. And in the second heading, that is here, it comes at the end of the page. Right, so now what is my point? I don't want to scroll so much and come to the end. इतना scroll करके भाई मुझे नीचे नहीं आना है. Somewhere on the top of the page only you should give me a link which will take me to bottom. Okay, so what I do is I add a anchor here. That means after heading a href is equals to something, and I give a link as bottom. Or let me write here, click to go to bottom. Anchor closes. Okay, now what is the problem here? Just save and refresh the page once. Fine. So if I click to this link, I should be taken to the end of the page. Are you understanding? Now what is the problem here? I cannot give the name of any HTML file because it is a link to the same page. So in that case, what do we do? The tag whom you want to take your program to, like h2, just give some ID to it. Okay, ID is an attribute, people, and this is the attribute of almost every tag. ID is equals to, say, let me call it as bottom. Okay, you can give any name over here like ABC, XYZ, PQR. आप कोई भी नाम दे सकते हो. What is the meaning of ID? Every tag has its own unique identity. Like I can have another h2 tag. Another h2 tag that says bye or goodbye. The two tags are same, but the two IDs cannot be same. So you have to give your ID something else. I hope you got my point. So a web page might contain 100 of the paragraph tag, 100 of the h1 tag, 100 of the font tag. But each of this tag will have a different ID. ID means identity. So in case in the page, if we want to call the tag, we will never call these tags by their name. Instead, we will call them by their ID. Correct, sort of, right, identity. Right, so if there are so many h1, but all these h1 will not have same ID, IDs will be different, so that we uniquely identify them. कौन सा वाला h1? 10 h1 यूज कर रखा है भाई आपने. कौन से वाले h1 की बात कर रहे हो आप? किस h1 को बुलाए? The one whose ID is so and so. Clear? And for example, in a classroom, there are two boys by the name Rahul and Rahul. But two boys will not have the same roll number or student code number. Correct? Alright, fine. So let me get rid of this. I don't want that. I have given ID as bottom. And if you want to link to this part of the page, you just have to write your href hashtag bottom. Okay, what is the meaning of hashtag? Means search on the same page. I'm not going to give you any HTML page here. Search on the same page. The one element whose ID is bottom. And link to that page. Alright, yes. Correct, Akshay. That is hashtag bottom or hashtag ABC. That's what you have written in the comment. Let's refresh it. Guys, you checked one thing. The color of this link is blue. And color of this link is purple. We might have visited internet so many times. This is a common effect on internet as well. Alright, if you could see here once. आप एक बार अगर देखोगे तो. Alright, say what is HTML? What is HTML? You see this is a blue. Alright, now once you visit it, Okay, it's no longer blue, it changes to purple. Am I right? So blue means it's not a visited link. Purple means it's a visited link. Okay, so this is not a visited link. This is not a visited link. If I click, it changes its color and becomes purple. So that means this is a visited link. मतलब हम इसको visit कर चुके हैं. Actually, there are three types of link: visited link, unvisited link, and the active link. Okay, active link is the one to whom we click. कोई भी लिंक हो, चाहे वो visited हो या unvisited हो, एक्टिव तब होती है जब हम उसे क्लिक करते हैं. Okay, like if you see here, closely observe, when I click to it, it will, for a fraction of a second, it changes its color. Like it became red if you noticed, correct? Refresh it. Refresh it. Go back again. Click it. It becomes red. Okay, so indicating red indicates that this is an active link which has been clicked. And by the way, you saw something. The moment I click to this link, it has taken me to the end of the page. Is it okay? Fine. So recollect all the points that we have studied about the links today. We studied what are the three types of link: active link, visited link, unvisited link. Is it fine? I'll also show you using CSS that what if you want to change the color. Say active links I want to show in yellow color. Visited link I don't like the default color purple. I want to show it some blue or green. So on and so forth. Is it okay? Fine. Even that is possible. We'll see that in CSS sections. Is it fine? Right? Okay, now suppose I want to give three links here: Google, Facebook, and say Twitter, or at least two, Google and Facebook. So how we will do? Help. How we will do? Right. So after this, I will write a href. Click for Google. Href closes. Save. Come back here. You check Google. Okay, now guys, sometimes what happens, I don't want to display Google on the next line. I want it to be same line, but with some spaces between the two link. देखिए ऐसे लग रहा है ये एक ही link है. So how do we give a space? We simply write ampersand NBSP semicolon. Alright, NBSP semicolon. That is to give one space. Check. You saw? Fine. So that's a code word for a space, people. NBSP is a code word for a space, and if you want to give more spaces, instead of typing, just copy paste it. Is it okay? Fine. So this is what is Google, and you can't just write like this. Let's check if it works well. www.google.com, because this is where we want to link Google to, correct? So save it, run this. Okay, you check what happened. www.google.com, but behind google.com it is appending the same path where the HTML file belongs to. But Google यहाँ से नहीं आता है भाई, Google HTTP से आता है. Is it okay? Google comes from HTTP. So what do we do? Tell me. Here we will say http:/. Either HTTP or HTTPS. That means access Google from internet, not from the local drive. Are you understanding? Right? So give a link of some other website in your page. Write the URL of the web page or URL of the website. Okay. So if I come back here, I refresh, I click to Google, and I'm taken to Google. Are you understanding? Alright, Navin, you're asking, okay, use of target attribute. See, fine, I'll explain you target again. Look, if I click on Google, the Google is getting opened in the same tab, right? But I want Google to be opened in a different tab. So in that case, what do we do? Along with anchor tag, we make use of target, and we specify the target as blank. Is it right? So underscore blank, that makes a linked page to be opened inside a new tab. Is it okay? Navin Balaji. Yeah, sort of correct. That's what I mentioned. HTTP or HTTPS. S over there is a security factor that makes the data to be transported, uploaded and downloaded in a more secure fashion. Alright, so that's a common trend nowadays on internet today outside, that better make use of protocol with a security or S factor. Is it okay? Fine. Alright, Navin, it would be great that you acknowledge me in the chat section whether target is understood or not. We will learn more about target when we will study frame set on day 5. Alright, so check it out. How does it work? Check it out. How does it work? Right. So now when I click to Google, Google is open but in a different web page. Is it okay? So target actually says where to open. Target ये पूछता है किधर. आप नहीं बताएंगे किधर तो सेम पेज में ही ओपन कर डालेगा. Got it? That is what is the attitude, my friend. Is it okay? कोडिंग लैंग्वेजेस का यही एटीट्यूड होता है. या तो आप बताओ, नहीं तो हमको हमारे डिफॉल्ट तरीके से काम करने दो. That is what target says. The English meaning of the word target only. Where to hit. What is the destination? Correct? Right? So similarly, you can give. I use some spaces. And I link it to a href from internet take facebook.com. Is it okay? You want to write www, you don't write. So I write fb in this way. Anchor closes. Save. Refresh. So this is fb, and if I could go to fb, so I think it takes me to my fb page. Hoping you are understand. That's okay, because I'm already logged in. That's why. Otherwise it will take you to the login page. Is that okay? Fine. Yes, some other tab or a new tab, everything can be achieved using target. That's what I told you. What is the destination to hit to? Alright, fine. There are so many things more to talk about Anchor. Let me show you still quickly. You can practice these things back at home. I won't spend a lot of time since we are just 15 minutes more left now. Check it out. आप किसी के email address को भी link दे सकते हो like this. So give me some space. And I write here a href is equals to mail to. Guys, this is a keyword. Okay, if you want to link someone's email address, so mail to is a keyword. See, I'm writing my email address here, shabnampatwekar@gmail.com. Alright, and you just write here like this, mail, send mail, Anchor. Right, so this is a new thing. You just have to write the keyword mail to, so that the text can be recognized as an email address and not as a web page. Save this, run this, send mail. Right? By default it opens your Outlook, people. Alright, or it will ask you like add an account. This formality I leave it up to you, so that back at home you can check it, since for us it will take time. Alright, like you want to send a Yahoo mail, or you want to send a mail through Google or Gmail or some Outlook. I hope you got my point. Recipient तो वही है भाई, recipient तो यही है. ये भाई साहब रेसिपिएंट है, इनको मेल जाएगा. अरे बट कहां से मेल जाएगा, सेंडर कौन है वो तो सिलेक्ट करना पड़ेगा. Alright, similarly you can also link a telephone number. So what to do in that case, you just have to write 10. Okay, telephone number and provided by any contact number. Say for me I'm writing my contact only, 9221769506, and let me write, say, contact us. Okay, and Anchor closes. Right, so if I could say like this, contact us, and if you could click here. Okay, I would like to open it in a phone link. Alright, now I don't have my phone link set here. It takes time to be launched. Then it simply opens you as a phone link. Otherwise it also asks you phone link. आपको आगे पूछेगा. देखिए people, ऐसा है, ये पूरा सेटअप करना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे. Right? Use your mobile Android device from a PC, view your recent photos, about blah blah blah, etc. So if I could say get started, sign in Microsoft, enter your mobile phone number, etc. एक और ऑप्शन देता है स्काइप कॉल करना है क्या, so even that is possible, right? Check for the various other options back at your home. Take it as a homework to learn more, explore more about that. Is it okay? Fine. So this is how we link one page to another page. Fine. Alright. So here we bring anchor to the end. And with just hardly 10 to 12 minutes remaining, I would like to touch a topic. Let's see. Yeah, ma'am, it's time. No, but we still have some time to go. I'll show you a small thing how to create a list in HTML. Whatever we can do today, till today, it's okay. Otherwise, from then we'll continue for tomorrow. Is it fine? Okay, HTML can create a well-designed list. Okay, listing is nothing but presenting data in the form of list item, that is one below another. I hope you got my point. Is it okay? Fine. So what do we do? How do we create that? Try to understand. Let me take a new file. Let me take a new program. Okay. Firstly, I'm writing as a comment. Okay. HTML supports two types of list. That is ordered and unordered. Okay, HTML supports two types of list, ordered and unordered. Alright, what do you mean by ordered list? The one which is properly numbered, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and so on. Alright, what do you mean by unordered list? Something which is just like this. Sometimes we write answers in the form of this type of point, or sometimes we put circle, or sometimes we put this kind of asterisk, 1, 2, 3, 4, that way. So these are called as unordered list, which is not properly numbered. Is it okay? Fine. So let's start. This is HTML. HTML closes. Okay, I omit the head section. You want your people code. This is body. Body starts. Body closes. And inside the body, I start first with an ordered list. OL for ordered list, people. Ordered list start, ordered list closes. Okay, fine. I just want to give some heading over here, like say in H2 tag, different animals. Okay, different animals are, or let me say this way, following are the animals or animal names. Okay, so ordered list, LI, that means list item. So first you have to create a list, declare the list, and inside the list we declare the list item. So first item, I want to print it as cow. LI closes. Second list item, maybe I want to list it as buffalo.